discretion is advised. Also, I'd like to make a disclaimer that all this information is not from me, but I found it while researching this case, so I'm just putting it in video format.
Hello guys, and welcome to today's episode. It's going to be a little different because it's about a missing person who is still missing. So I'm going to give you a rundown about her case and what you can do to help her. So without further ado, let's begin. So the police are looking for Irene Gakwa, who went missing on between February 24th, 2022 and March 20th. She's still missing, and at this point she has been missing for 3 months now. So if anyone who is in the US or any Kenyan diaspora who has spotted Irene somewhere, please give that information to the right person. If you know where she is, please give that information to the police. So Irene Gakwa, who is 32 years old, is described as being 5'1", brown eyes, black hair, and 89 pounds. So I'm going to give you a description later at the end of the video so that you remember her description. If you live in the US and you happen to see her, you can call the police. Irene had moved to the US back in 2019 to pursue further studies in nursing, and at the time she went missing, she was living with her fiance Nathan Heitman, who is 38 years old, in Gillette, Wyoming. So she went missing between February 24th and March 20th when she was reported. On February 24th was the last day that the family actually spoke to her. She had spoken to her family via video call, and that was the last time they heard from Irene. She was reported missing on March 20th by her brother. So the family were concerned about her because she all of a sudden went silent for a long time, and she's not known to do that, so it's completely out of character for her to do that. She's the type of person who would call her family almost every day, and the family, because that's a very big timeline from February 24th to March 20th. I mean, that's a long time, and that's why the family is really concerned, because she's known to keep silent for that long periods of time. And also, what alarmed the family was that on March 3rd, she had sent a text, not even a video call, not even a call, to explain why. They had received a text from her saying that she was moving to Texas because she didn't like it anymore in Gillette, and she was moving there. That was the last time that they heard from her. So the police are looking for her because they believe she disappeared under strange circumstances. They've issued, in trying to find her, they have, executed 24 search warrants, and they've interrogated her friends as well as her colleagues to try to find her, or just try to know what kind of person Irene was in order to get any lead on finding her. So here, let's turn the world a little and talk about her boyfriend, Nathan. Nathan Heitman, who is 38 years old, was in a relationship with Miss Irene. They met on an online dating app, and at first, Irene was actually living in Idaho, but she moved to Wyoming to be with Nathan. So here, I cannot stress enough that these are just reports. We cannot confirm if they're facts. So these are just reports. But they said that when they started dating, Nathan became very controlling of Irene. He would control everything she did. And he was actually the one who forced her to move from Idaho to Wyoming. I don't know really if this is true, because possibly it could have been Irene moving on her own, but I don't know. That's what they allege, So they also say that Nathan had asked Irene to lie to his parents about where she was living. And she was to lie that she was living in Arizona when she was just with him in Wyoming. Why he had asked her to lie, I don't know. And why didn't he want his parents to know that she was living with him. I don't understand why he did that. And why didn't Irene see this? I mean, if this man is willing and able to actually lie to his parents, what else is he hiding? And everything that he continues to say, is it actually believable? So that's very, very concerning. And the reports also say that before she went missing, she had talked to her family about her relationship, saying that it was becoming a little strained now. Yeah, so that happened, just before she went missing. And about Irene's disappearance, Nathan hasn't been that cooperative. He's been declining interviews with the police. He's not really cooperating to find Irene. And yet he was the last person to actually see her alive or see her drive off, So it's very concerning. About her disappearance, this is what he said. Nathan said that about Irene's disappearance, he said that Irene left in March. She had packed up all her belongings and left him, and she had, boarded a dark SUV, so someone picked her up in a dark SUV, and she left for Texas. That's according to him, that he hasn't seen Irene since. But his story really doesn't add up, because on May 10th he was arrested when leaving Walmart after shopping for some items using Irene's credit cards. That's another giant red flag. If Irene left him, if they broke up and she left, wouldn't she have gone with her credit cards? And if she's moving to another city or another state, wouldn't she have taken them, because she needs them to buy stuff, right? She needs the money, right? So very, very suspicious. So he was arrested and charged with 2 felony counts of theft, that's unlawful use of a credit card, and crimes against intellectual property. And I'm going to explain about the intellectual property. So he pleaded not guilty, and bail money was set at $10,000. We don't know if he was released or not at this time. So the police found that he had used Irene's credit card for 10 transactions, both at his home and out and about, purchasing stuff from convenience stores. He had bought a pair of trousers, boots, a shovel, and paid some bills using her card. And if the reports are true, if he bought a shovel, it really puts a really bad feeling in my stomach, because why would he buy a shovel unless he was a farmer? You don't need a shovel, okay? That's not what you need currently if you're not a farmer. So it's very, very concerning. And the stupidest reason he gives as to why he used Irene's cards is that he was trying to make Irene reach out to him, So by using the cards, he's trying to make Irene reach out to him. I mean, as if he's trying to find her by using her credit cards, it doesn't make sense. I mean, why would you want to use something so that the other person can reach out to you? It's strange, really. So about the intellectual property that he was charged with, this is because he had used Irene's emails and changed her passwords of a bank account and also her email. My question is, why is this man using Irene's email? If they had broken up and Irene left, why is he using Irene's email? I mean, that's so strange. And he also transferred some money from Irene's bank account to his personal account. And the fact that he's using Irene's credit card is, puts a very bad feeling in my stomach, because he's using them as if he knows Irene isn't coming back. And that really worries me. The fact that he's using them at his liberty, as if. And even if they had broken up, Irene would have taken her credit card. She needs it. Why would she leave her email to him and her bank accounts? Why is he changing passwords to them? I don't get it. So he's a very suspicious man. His story is definitely bullshit. I don't believe it. I believe he knows something more about Irene and where Irene is. I believe he knows where Irene is. And his story about watching Irene, waving at him in a dark SUV is strange, because that dark SUV, wouldn't he have been concerned? Because, It's his girlfriend. Why would you be concerned about your girlfriend getting in a dark SUV and just leaving you? You know, you need to know, is it a friend picking her up? Who's picking her up? So I don't know. Really, this story is very shady. It doesn't really hold water, and it all started, when he had asked Irene to lie to his parents. I don't know why Irene didn't say it. She shouldn't have gone with his lie. I don't know why she didn't say it. It's just a big giant red flag. If this man is capable of lying to his parents, what more is he willing and able to lie about? So because he's been very uncooperative with the police, that's why the police are asking, they're looking for information now from the public, and he's causing a difficulty in the case because he was essentially the last person to see Irene leave, so he knows something more that he's letting on, and he's making it difficult. But I really hope Irene is found. So the police are asking for information about Irene, and I'm going to give a description about Irene at the end. They're also asking for any information about a grey or silver SUV that was last seen trespassing on a private property or seen out of place in Campbell County. I believe that Irene possibly was driven to a rural or a mine or an oil or gas site. They're also asking the public to be on the lookout for a 55-gallon metal drum that was possibly burnt there. So if anyone in the Kenyan diaspora, if anyone is there and knows where Irene is, please let the family know, let the police know. And if you happen to spot this, grey silver SUV, if you happen to spot it, please reach out to the police on the number that they've given, and just help find Irene. So again, Irene is 32 years old, 5'1", 89 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. So if you happen to spot her, kindly inform the police. That's what the Kenyan diaspora can do there for Irene. For those living in Kenya, there's one thing you can do. That's, social media. Get active on social media and help try find Irene. If we make Irene's case go viral, police might be pressured in actually solving this case. So please, put out Irene information out there on your social media. Share her story, and let's try to find Irene. So thank you all for listening. That's all for me today, and I'm going to leave you with a picture of Irene so that you can share. So thank you all so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.